How long have you been employed as a police officer with PD?
7 years.
And I don't need the address, but please tell the judge what city, state you reside.
Worth, Texas.
And, do you know the defendant, Shay Allen Merchant?
Yes.
Because most of them identified by the article phone.
Anyone should.
Your Honor, I'd ask the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
The record will so reflect.
How do you know Shay Allen Merchant?
We were boyfriend and girlfriend.
How long did the two of you date?
Almost 2 years.
And did the two of you cohabitate?
Yes.
And were you cohabitating back in April of 2023?
Yes.
And on April the 16th, what, if anything, transpired between the two of you?
He called me from the living room while I was in the bedroom and demanded that I go get him a can of snuff. I declined and hung the phone up on him. He got angry. He called me back. I got out of bed. I gave him $20, told him to get it himself. He told me he was going to start breaking stuff if I didn't go do it. So I got up and I went and did it. When I got back, he had damaged my patrol car and was throwing, I made custom tumblers, and he was throwing them in the driveway so that way I could not pull fully into the driveway. He met me in the driveway with a gun, which he put to my left head right here, and forced me inside the residence.
Isn't it true that he actually dragged you into the residence?
Yes, he had grabbed me by my arm.
How did you get into the residence?
He had grabbed me by my arm and forced me into the garage, which he shut it, making me leave all of my purse and belongings in my car, and told me that the wholesale got stolen.
Once you got into the residence, did he put his hands on you?
He had told me that I needed to take myself to bed, so I went and laid down in bed, and that's when he had gotten a knife out, and he had placed the knife against my neck. Causing a small abrasion.
Did he choke you at some point?
And then he had walked out, so I had went into the bathroom. He had then forced me into the bathroom and choked me several times in the bathroom, picking me up by my throat and throwing me against the window sill, bruising my back.
Did he at some point punch you with a closed fist?
Yes.
Did he bite you?
Yes, he bit me on my nose.
Showing you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What do you recognize at the video?
Those are the marks this is from the knife, and this is from him choking me.
Is this a fair and accurate depiction of how your neck appeared on the day of the incident?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd offer State's warrant for purposes of record opinion.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Was this did you require medical treatment?
Yes, I went to the hospital.
Okay. Did you flee the residence?
After I had told him what he wanted to hear, so he calmed down, I was able to leave the residence, and that was when I called the police department.
You called your own department?
Yes.
You made a report with DMV?
Yes.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 2. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes, it's a firearm he put to my head.
It's a fair and accurate depiction of the firearm that day?
Yes.
At this time, I'd offer State's 2 for purposes of record opinion to defense counsel for this inspection.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Did you give PAPD a written statement reflecting what you testified here to today?
Yes.
Was this the only incident of violence between the two of you?
No.
And I want to interrupt you here. We're not here to have a full-blown trial, but I'm asking you to give the judge at least a picture, an idea of the nature of the relationship. So this wouldn't be the only time.
No. This is not the only time.
Please briefly give the judge an idea of any past incidents.
There had been instances when I had caught him cheating, and then he had been physically abusive towards me by punching me. He had bit my ear and my forehead back in October. Then also 2 or 3 days prior to the 16th, when all of this took place, he had, while I was laying in bed, taken a knife and like cut the bed around and poked holes in the mattress above my head, making threats to harm me.
Did he carve anything in the walls of your residence?
Yes.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
What did he do?
He had poked several holes in the wall and in the bed, and he also carved F, the N-word, into my bedroom wall.
Let's go back to April 16th of 2023. I neglected to ask you about, was it an incident involving his blood?
Yes, he also, during that whole incident, had cut himself on his arm like twice with my duty knife, and then was smearing his blood all over me. And then he also took that knife and he cut my hair.
Has CPS been involved with the two?
Yes, he, on Wednesday prior to the incident, tried to sick our pit bull dogs on CPS, which is what. So when I got home from placing my kid after CPS took my kid, I had told him to get out of the residence, and then that's when the violent behavior progressed until the Sunday.
Around this time, did he send you some text messages?
Yes, he had sent me several text messages while I was visiting my child.
Again, briefly, give the judge some idea of the nature of those text messages.
That he should have threatened, he should have slit my throat, that he was gonna kill me.
Is it fair to say they were profane?
Yes,
Is it fair to say that they threatened you in a number of ways?
absolutely. He also threatened to harm my brother and sister-in-law who I was with, which is who I placed my son with after he had gotten CPS taken.
Did you provide those text messages to law enforcement?
Yes,
You understand why we're here today, correct?
yes,
This defendant seeking to lower his $250,000 bond, correct?
yes.
What do you want this judge to know? Well, first of all, how did those text messages and the incident back on April the 16th of 2023 make you feel?
I was scared for my life.
And if this defendant were to get out of jail or be released on a reduced bond, what if any concerns do you have?
I fear for my life if he gets out of jail. I have a 5-year protective order. He has sent me letters from the jail. He has tried to email me
I'm
from
sorry,
the jail.
since the
Since the protective order's been in place, he has mailed me 2 letters from the jail and tried to email me from the jail email since the protective order's been in place.
So it's fair to say he's violated the terms of the protective.
Yes.
Even while he's in this.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you think this judge needs to know before she makes her decision about whether or not to release this or reduce this to jail?
I just strongly fear for my life that he is going to retaliate against me. He made threats to harm both of my kids, even during the incident, and I'm scared.
That's all I have, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions, Mr.
Yes,
Reddick?
just a few. Ma'am, a few questions. Other than this incident in which you contacted authorities, how many other times have you called the police related to alleged violence?
I haven't called the police.
So this is the first time you've ever called the police, is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. And at your residence, who resides at your residence at this time other than yourself and Mr. Merchant?
Mr. Merchant's been evicted from the residence.
Right, prior to that time.
It's me and my kids.
Okay, anyone else?
No.
Okay. And is it also true that after this happened, did you yourself start calling other bond companies and informing them?
No, I did not.
Did your ex-husband call bond companies and start making comments about Mr. Merchant?
He may have, but I did not.
Okay. You understand you're under oath, correct?
Yes.
Are you aware of your husband calling bond companies?
It's my ex-husband.
Your ex-husband calling
Yes,
bond
I'm aware
companies?
that that's what he did.
So when you said you were aware, maybe you did, maybe you did not, that was not a truthful statement, was it? you are aware that your ex-husband was calling around town to different bond companies and making negative comments about Mr. Merchant, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So why did you not answer truthfully with my first question?
Well, I didn't answer truthfully.
You pass it on your questions, please.
I have no further questions from St. John.
Thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat or step.
Two other short witnesses.
All right.
I called Michael at this time.
Michael Engel.
That's right. How do you know Tammy Engel?
She is the mother of my youngest son, as well as we were married for 15 years.
And when did you say were married? When did the two of you divorce?
The exact date I couldn't tell you, sir, approximately 4 years ago.
Okay. And do you recognize the individual here in the orange jumpsuit?
Yes, I do.
Who do you know him to be?
Shay Allen Merchant.
And
Discovery, we have not received any reportings from the state. So we reset this hearing to provide Mr. Coleman the opportunity to bring witnesses forward and objecting to him presenting an audio recording, something that it's not been provided to us and we've not had the opportunity to review.
Judge, I only received this recording within the last day or so.
Okay.
That's fine. So, well, and the testimony as far as what kind of went on back then, I'll take that, but I'll sustain the objection.
During the phone call, did the defendant make derogatory statements about you or your family members?
Yes, sir. Against myself as well as my 9-year-old son.
What did he call your 9-year-old?
He called my in the Hobby Lobby parking lots. Mr. Merchant got out of the vehicle and started to attack me. Tammy and a law enforcement officer had to pull him off of me.
Did you file charges as it relates with the law enforcement as it relates to the threats that were made on the phone call?
Yes, sir, I did.
Ultimately, did you file what's referred to as a non-prosecution affidavit?
Yes, sir, I did.
Why did you do that?
I did that after talking with Tammy and her expressing the stress and hardship that it was putting on her household, as well as the stress on my 9-year-old son in that household. I felt that to relieve the stress and the tension and violence within that household, to drop the prosecution of it, hoping that it would help relieve the situation that was within the household.
And the fact that you filed that non-prosecution affidavit doesn't in any way negate or indicate that what you testified to that had transpired actually.
That's correct. That's correct, sir.
Are you concerned about the safety of your? Are you concerned?
Yes, sir. I'm very concerned. Not only am I concerned for Tammy, as well as my 9-year-old son and my 18-year-old stepson that lives in the household.
And you understand we're here today on the bond reduction. The defense counsel is asking you to consider lowering this defendant's $250,000 bond. What would you like for the judge to consider or know with it in that regard?
I would like you to know the fact that since Mr. Merchant has been locked up, there has been several threats exchanged, as well as violation of the protective order for my 2 boys, as well as Tammy, by not only literature communication, phone communication, as well as communication from family members that he has had to contact my ex-wife. The mail correspondence is still taking place, and it violates the 5-year protective order that the judge has signed and put in place.
That's all I have, Judge.
All right, Mr.
So just a few questions. First of all, you have expressed to the court that you have concerns about your safety related to Mr. Merchant, correct?
That is correct.
Of course, you also testified to that he allegedly committed a crime against you correct?
That is correct.
And you also informed the court that you were so concerned you filed an affidavit of non-prosecution. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And you've also taken upon yourself to contact various bond companies and things of that nature, basically to slander my client. Is that correct?
Contacting, correct. Slander? No, sir.
Were you calling to talk about what a wonderful human being was when you called them?
I was calling to prevent him from bombing another jail.
Okay, so my question is, so you were calling basically to defame my client, to slander his name to various bond companies that did not contact you. Is that correct?
Sir, slander is stating something that is not correct. I stated what is correct.
If we're going to play some semantics thing, but I can do that all
All right, no, we're not going to go there. Just, he's answered the question.
Okay.
Ask another question.
All right, I'll pass the witness to
All
I
right.
have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir, for coming. You can sit
Thank you,
down.
Judge.
Your Honor, I briefly called Troy Robinson to the stand.
All right, Mr. Robinson.
Give of someone with at a minimum anger issues and at most issues with violence. We also have the ingredient of some very serious allegations here. Brandishing a firearm, holding a knife to someone's throat and threatening to kill them. And lastly, the last ingredient to this is, Judge, we've got a defendant who, even from the jail with a pending protective order, is violating that order. He's demonstrated a lack of
Today, as well as, I don't know, the facial expressions, the attitude of Mr. Merchant, I believe is absolutely in line with what Mr. Coleman has said. I'm going to deny that writ or deny that. The bond, I think, is appropriate at what it's set at. We'll get this set for an announcement and we'll see where the case goes. Thank you. Y'all are excused. Does this go on a writ to you? Okay.